Yo, 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 what's going on, guys? Reese here from More Than Lifting, and this is week 15. Let's just take this out of my pocket. Week 15 of the 100 push up challenge. Bam. I think. I hope so. We're going to dive straight into it. This week's new push up variation is raised push ups. So I've got my exercise ball for that one, but you're also going to need a chair or like something like that you can use for a bit of the support. Yeah, we're just going to get straight in. So I haven't really warmed up, but we'll just be like, boo, boo, boo. Okay, feeling good. I mean, I'm feeling all right. We should just do this. Make sure you got a drink. If you haven't, just like go grab a drink quick. I'm gonna get started. You can play catch up because you know I'm like I just talk for ages. When we do our raised push-ups, all we're gonna do is have our feet elevated on something, and then smash out push-ups like normal. Okay, just a regular push-up variation, and then we'll get onto the stability ones. So make sure we can actually see the chair. Chair's there, cool. So I'm just going to have my feet up here like this, slide that back so we all know what's happening. And then I'm going to go in 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Cool. Okay, first set done. So that's 20 push-ups. We can get rid of our support because we're not going to need this anymore now. Pop that over there. So next, we've got our stability ball push-ups. Remember when we're doing these, we're going to have our hands on the outside. So we're going to be placing our hands like this. We're not going to be putting them in the middle like on top. They're going to be off to the side. If I go back here, you can see better. I'm going to hold on like this. Okay, and this just helps me actually balance a little bit better. If I'm like hands forward like this, it's much easier for the ball to rock all over the place, and that's obviously bad news for us. Okay, we want to try and keep it as stable as possible so we at least have a chance to get through this with some degree of like consistency. Okay, I'm going to grab a drink quick. After that, guys, just so we know what everyone's doing today, we've got grasshopper push-ups, we've got pike push-ups, and then the last set is Spider-Man push-ups. So this week is the last week that we're doing Spider-Man push-ups. Once we get this done today, that's it. We can finish off with our pikes next week, which is going to be really, really intense. But just wait till we got these stability ball ones for our last set. It's going to be hell. Okay, let's get going. So with your stability ball, hands out to the side like this. Okay, they can still be quite high, but I find like 1 and 11 o'clock is usually pretty good. And move back a bit. And we'll go in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, last one, 20, good. All right, get rid of that. Tuck him under there. Okay, so 2 sets done, that's 40 push-ups done. So we've done raised and stability ball ones. So next we're doing grasshopper push-ups. So if you've seen any of the previous weeks, then you know grasshopper push-ups. Basically what we're doing, when we come down to the floor, we turn our knee under our body to our opposite arm. Okay, that's it. Alternate for reps, 10 each side, and voila. I'm going to rest a little bit longer for this one, I think. Those stability ball push-ups, at first they're not too bad, but the amount of work that it actually takes to stabilize on the ball is it forces you to slow down for a start, which means the set takes longer, which means you have to work harder, which means it messes you up a little bit more. But yeah, by halfway or by the end of it, if you start wobbling around, like, it's an uphill battle. Okay, right. Grasshopper push-ups. So, for those who have seen it before, we know what's going on. Everyone else, when we come down, we just turn our knee underneath our body like this. And we want to try and keep it off the ground and come to this forearm or opposite forearm because it'll alternate each time. Okay, so 20 reps. I think I'm ready. Let's just go. 3, 2, 1. Down we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 4 more, 17, 18, 19, last one, 20. Good. Okay, so that's 60 push-ups done, which means we have 2 more sets. So the next set we've got our pike push-ups, which is our overhead press, our handstand progression, and then to finish off we've got our Spider-Man push-ups, which is the last one for today. Whew. A little bit of this. Guys, also in other news, Gymshark want to do these live streams going forward for the rest of the year. So that's basically I'm going to be doing, it's not confirmed if it's going to stay on Wednesday or if that'll change, but I'm going to be doing Gymshark live streams for probably the rest of the year or as far as we know going forward, which is really exciting. We're also going to be doing some other bits with Gymshark, so that should be loads of new news, little collabs coming through. If you have any ideas, if you have any requests for workouts or anything like that, then just get hold of me, pop them in the comments on Instagram, on YouTube, reach out to me at More Than Lifting. And yeah, any decent ideas I'll take on board and we can try and integrate into the workouts going forward, which would be awesome. Okay? But yeah, otherwise, we've got pike push-ups next. 60 push-ups done. Pike push-ups, Spider-Man push-ups left. And then we're done for the day. Okay. And I forgot to put my workout on. Smart. Always do that. Okay, so with your pike push-ups, I know I've been through this a bunch, but I'm just going to cover it quickly. Starting like a downward dog. Tiptoes forwards like this so we get our head above our hands. And that's our kind of base position for working through the reps. When we go down, our head's going to come forward slightly. So it'll be, say, here. Our head's going to come forwards and push back into full extension in our shoulders. So if I'm doing it this way around, we're essentially going to start in like full extension with our shoulders, going to come down here like this, push back up to full extension. What we want to avoid doing is turning it into like an incline bench where we push this way and then reset. We want to try and get it. It's never going to be 100% perfect all the time, guys. It's 20 reps. It's quite a lot of work. But if you're thinking that's where you've got to be, like that's your target, go straight to full extension all the time, then over time it will improve and the consistency will build where you're just doing it instinctively rather than having to think about it, which is what we want. Okay. So, 20 of these. And I'm out of juice. Right. Okay. So starting our downward dog. I'm going to go here. Tiptoe forwards. And we'll go in 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and last one, 20. Whew. A little bit of a head rush. Perfect. So that's 80 push-ups done. We've got one more set, and that's the Spider-Man push-ups. I know over the last couple of weeks, we've done Spider-Man push-ups so many times, I felt like I've explained how to do the hip mobility part, I guess, for four times now. So it's kind of unnecessary, really, to cover it again. If this is like the first 100 push-up challenge you're doing, go back and check out the previous ones because we're at a point where it's getting a lot harder now. And so if you haven't been keeping up, that's fine. It's not like too late to join in or anything like that. But what I'd recommend you do, instead of just starting from here and carrying on, is just go back, maybe do week 1 where we do just push-ups, like regular push-ups, and then maybe do every like 4th or 5th week, so that you can do like 2 or 3 ones with more complex variations. So you kind of cover all the reps. That way you do a bit of like plyometric training, you do a bit of like complex core training, you do a bit of like your overhead pressing and stuff like that. That's going to mean that you train a little bit of every style, like every type of every training method, basically, whether it's just high reps, whether it's more complex and functional movements, or whether it's more explosive, reactive, like plyometric stuff, as well as like just the stability aspect of like shoulder tap push-ups and stuff like that, which we did ages ago. It feels like ages ago anyway. I don't really think it was. Yeah, so that's what I'd recommend doing. Just like 1, 2, 3 or 4 weeks maybe, just to play catch up, and then we can just carry on. You know, you can just carry on where you are, keep up with us for the rest of the year. I've said this before as well, but there are other elements of training that I recommend you actually think about doing going forward, because otherwise you'll get to a certain point and then you haven't done the prerequisite training to hit an exercise like tuck planche push-ups or something like that, for example, which to do 20 of them, you're going to have to at least practice them a couple of times beforehand, because they're very difficult. So one other thing I'd recommend doing is like working on explosive variations, working on single arm, like one arm push-up progressions. So that might be something like typewriters, or like biased or progressive archer push-ups, and like something more complex like your plyometrics, like a clap or something like that. Just get familiar with these reps, get familiar with more technical push-up variations, so that when they come up, you at least have a little bit of background where you've done some training of the exercises before, so it's not completely new and you're just kind of being thrown in the deep end and expected to be able to smash out 20 reps, because it's quite a substantial amount. Plyometric one is very important because we're more than a quarter of the way through the year. Once we get to the end of the second quarter, we're going to be doing like 180 push-ups. We're going to be doing like tornado or like 360 ones, which they're two different types of, like two different axes of rotation. Yeah, so don't think like one's halfway and then one's the whole way, because it's a bit more complicated than that. But we're going to be doing explosive things like that, like Muay Thai push-ups, like behind back claps and stuff like that. It's going to get really crazy very, very fast. So I'd recommend you just think about the next couple of weeks, maybe work on some more complex push-ups of your own, and do more higher like strength stuff as well, like dips, maybe some weighted dips, maybe ring dips or something like that, that's going to push you harder, like make you work more than just doing different push-up variations will. That way, the harder stuff, you already have the kind of strength for. It's just developing the endurance, like the stamina and the mobility for the more complex variations. All right, and on that note, Spider-Man push-ups time. So with the Spider-Man push-ups, we're just coming down, elbow to the outside, knee to the outside elbow. Similar to grasshopper push-ups where we come under, but instead of coming under, you just go straight out. Okay? Super easy. So we got 20 of these, and we'll go in 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, last one, 20. All right. Guys, thanks for joining for week 15 of the 100 Push-Up Challenge. Don't forget, like, subscribe, follow, etc., etc. Leave any questions or comments you got in the box below. You can sign up to the 100 Push-Up Challenge as well at morthanlifting.com/100challenge, like 100 challenge. Sign up there, you get the workout every week sent by email, so you can keep up, never miss out, and all the goodness. All right, guys. I keep looking for my calories, but I have no idea. Yeah. Otherwise, guys, I'll catch up with you. I'm going to be doing this week's tomorrow because that's the next time available. I'm not going to be doing it at 6 though, because I have a session then, so I'll probably be doing it around 7:15ish, kind of this time. All right, guys, I'll catch up with you then. Keep in touch with yourselves.